We're going to start this thing by being completely honest. I wasn't going to review this iron. There were already 4.7 trillion reviews on a Ping blueprint iron. Why would another one make any difference? The answer is it wouldn't. But no one has done 5 reasons why you shouldn't buy a Ping blueprint iron. I mean, look at it. Number 1, the looks. This thing is far too attractive that at address, it's off-putting. I'm not thinking about the shot, I'm just admiring the beauty. The swing mechanics don't work and we end up with this shot. Number 2, the sound, the acoustics of the iron. Listen to this. Ugh. Don't care how good you sound, I'm not listening to you. Sorry. Number 3, the feel. Obviously it's very important. Trying to be a traditional iron, it's got to feel good. But I've realised now that something can feel too crisp. It is horrible. Then we get to number 4, the forging process, which is forged with 8620 carbon steel instead of the usual 1020 carbon steel, which is much easier to say for reviewers like me. So there's no thought gone into that whatsoever. Disgusting. And also the 86 in the 8620 means it's been alloyed. So it's basically an alloy wheel on a golf shaft. Don't even get me started on number 5. Ping are giving us high performance shafts. What if you don't want high performance shafts and you're already high performing enough? Thank you very much, Ping. Oh, it's all right, I suppose. It's okay. It'll be, it's unbelievable. Damn it! Shelf appeal is off the charts. It's Ping's first real attempt at a traditional bladed iron. We've seen, the better player aesthetics in a distance enhancing iron, like something like the i500. We've seen small cavities, but very rarely have we seen anything like this from Ping. And what a great job they've done. Looks is just off the charts. And my scientific term for this iron is hubba hubba. The thing I admire more than anything is, even though I'm not a Ping iron player, it doesn't really suit my eye. I'm sure Ping don't mind me saying that. It is personal preference. You can still tell it's a Ping iron. If you had this in a row with other traditional blades in the current market, you'd spot the Ping straight away. It's got the qualities there. It's obviously the Ping. Then we get to the only negative I have, and it's not really a negative. It's personal preference, and that's feel. If I was going to have this sort of iron, I'd want it to be quite soft feeling, yet, as I said earlier, it's forged with 8620 carbon steel, which tends to feel a little bit firmer, and that's exactly what it feels like. But it goes straight in the hole every single time. Unbelievable. Oh, over the hole. We'll take that one as well. As I've always said with reviewing muscleback irons, less is definitely more, not just in looks, but in tech. The person that wants this kind of iron doesn't want yo-yos hanging off of it and spaceships on the heel, because that will affect the looks, it will affect the feel, which is a big deal in this market. So this could just be carved out of a caveman's cave. Great, awesome job. It's all based on shaping, geometry, all this. That's really all it needs. Tech is the last resort almost. The only bit of tech that we actually have is a tungsten weight in the tail, which shifts the CG location, making it more forgiving. It is an absolute hot rod. I love it. It's fantastic, and it's appealed to many tour players. I think Bubba's looking at it, Louis, and also Tony. Well, Tony for now. You get it? For now? Oh, wow. So before we get started, make sure you hit subscribe, hit that bell thingy, because apparently the rumor is now that if you do that, you get a free car. And this wall here is called the Wow. And we've just painted it. If you've not seen the video, I strongly suggest you do. It was an adventure, to say the least. Ooh, that was a toe and you definitely felt it. So the feedback is definitely there. The sound what we're trying to do is improve the sound of each shot. So in here it's difficult and on camera. So we're setting up audio devices around the ball so you can get the proper sound of each iron when we review them. So what we used to do a lot of were comparison videos, so this versus something else, and it's something we need to get back into, especially with creating more content. So you're going to be in charge of this. If you comment below what you'd like to see the Ping blueprint up against, we will review the top 2 comparisons and do them in here to see how it performs. So comment below what you'd like to see this and we'll pick the best 2 or the top rated 2 out. Yeah, that was lovely. So nice. Clickier feeling, which is not necessarily a nice word, just firmer feeling. If you like that, like I say, that's personal preference. So I'm hitting the 7 iron, which is at 34 degrees, which is a bit more towards the traditional lofts. Still not 100% there. Shaft, Dynamic Gold 120 S300. It's worth noting that there are no upcharge shaft prices extra. Okay, you know what I mean. Oh, a bit on the pullier side. Bit of a bubba follow through. Feels great. We've got that backspin there, which is what you'd want if you're going for this iron. So you don't want it to be a low spin. Something like an i500 would do more because it's lower spinning. So this has got the spin it's going to hold, allows us to do the shot shaping, workability, public barbecues. That was a disgusting swing. It's not the best sounding, it isn't. It probably matches the feel. So what you feel is what you hear, kind of thing. Bit on the harder side. Still not bad at all. Bottom. Drawing towards the hole. So I'll hit one more. As you can see, I'm swinging like Yoda with 2-inch longer golf clubs. Not great. That's definitely better. Natural shape, bit of right to left. Definitely one of the better strikes of that bunch. Lovely. Okay, that's pretty good numbers. Let's have a look at the results now. So before we look at the results, remember, comment below what you'd like to see this go toe-to-toe with. So you're in charge, almighty one. Comment below the top 2 voted, highest voted, I will review. It'll be interesting to see how this is going to perform against what you choose. Make it sensible. No junior drivers or anything, because that's just pointless. Anyway, numbers. 7,000 backspin. A very refreshing number, considering this when you compare it to like an i500, which is a distance enhancing iron. You're probably looking 5,000 RPM with a 7 iron. So this is just showing you that it's doing what it should do, and that's spin. We've got the feel, we've got the spin. What an effort by Ping, is all I'm saying. So it wasn't a strike masterclass. In actual fact, it was pretty pathetic. But I enjoyed it. It offended the eyes a little bit with the shots going everywhere. But numbers-wise, extremely strong. And if you're looking for this club, the only number that you should be looking at is that RPM one right there. That's really it. As long as you've got the RPM there and the launch angle, they work together, then, you know, you're on the money. The problem is this is labelled as a lower handicapper. It's okay, but you could be a high handicapper, strike it as good as Tiger, and you have 90 putts around. So I don't like to label this as any handicap. It's, if you don't strike the ball very well, don't go for this. If you strike the ball very well, consider it, and you like the look of it. But there are irons out there that are designed to give you more help than what this thing does, because it's pretty brutal. That's the idea. Guys, thank you as always for watching. I always appreciate the support. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, comment below, and follow us on social media. See you soon.